All right, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? This is Sammy, and I'm going to give you some updates and the latest about this uh, shutdown with the government and SNAP and anything in between. I just want to share with everyone here what I'm learning, the research I found, and I want to pass it to you guys who have families that receive SNAP or whatever it is. So one of the questions that I'm being asked is this. Again, I'm not a professional. I am not an expert. I am just someone that's concerned, and I'm doing my own research to find out what really is going on about the government shutdown and the SNAP. So one of the questions someone asks is, would there be a back pay? That's an interesting question. Now, I was watching a video yesterday with some retired guy that works for the Social Security Department, and he was a manager for over 30 years. And they asked him the same question, and he is really not sure if there would be a back pay. So I needed to go dive deep down and find out my own research this morning, and this is what I found out. The answer, would you get a back pay for because of the government shutdown, meaning that some people receive $150, some people receive $296, from SNAP. And the answer to that 100% is still unsure, but I'm also finding out that the answer to that is no. Unfortunately, no. Um, a lot of people also ask this question: Will 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 we get a tax break? Because the government shutdown, will we get a tax break where we receive more money on our taxes because we're over here paying taxes to the government, and the government is shut down? So all this tax that they're still taking off from us, will we receive tax benefit or tax credit, should we say? And the answer to that is also no, but I could be wrong. The bottom line is that when it comes to SNAP, we're not going to get. I'm not going to say we, but people that I know are not going to get any back pay, according to this video that I just found that I'm going to share with you guys so you guys could watch. Okay, so here we go. Here's this video that I found. This article about whether we're going to get back pay for food stamps or SNAP.
Welcome to County Office, your ultimate guide to local government services and public records. Let's get started.
Do you get back pay for food stamps? So you're wondering if you can get back pay for food stamps? Let's dive into the details to find out. First, it's important to understand that back pay for food stamps, or what is sometimes called restored benefits, is not something you automatically receive. There are specific circumstances under which you might be eligible. If there was an error on the part of the Health and Human Services Commission or your local SNAP office, and you were not at fault, you might be entitled to restored benefits. For example, if the office made a mistake in calculating your benefits and you received less than you should have, you could get the difference back. Another scenario where you might get back pay is if you were disqualified for an intentional program violation, but this disqualification was later reversed by a court. In such cases, you could receive the benefits you would have gotten during that period. However, if the issue was due to unreported changes or household errors on your part, you would not be entitled to restored benefits. So it's crucial to report any changes in your household circumstances as required by the SNAP program. There's also a recent development regarding back pay due to certain legislative changes. If your SNAP benefits were wrongly taken, such as through skimming devices or other unauthorized access, you might be eligible for retroactive reimbursement. This process involves contacting your local office and providing necessary documentation to validate the claim. The decision to refund the money is up to the discretion of your local office. In summary, back pay for food stamps is possible under specific conditions, such as administrative errors or court reversals, but it's not a standard practice and requires meeting certain criteria.
To learn more, check out these links, which you can click in the description below. And feel free to comment your questions. We're here to help.
All right, so there is your answer regarding back pay. It sounds to me like you guys are not going to receive any back pay or retro pay regarding the government shutdown and receiving any money from the government. So it's unfortunately that this is the first time in the history of the United States where the government is helping the low class poor people, and now you're being denied this payment, from SNAP or WIC. And also, I just found out that as far as the let me go back here, as far as the OTDA or SSP, SSPNA, which is most. So it says here, let's read this. Based on search results in OTDA, most likely refer to the New York State Supplement Program, SSP, and the State Supplement Personal Needs Allowance, SSPNA, which are state-funded financial assistance program for age, blind, and disabled individuals. So that, I'm sure, it's already been noted that you are not going to get it. Whatever that money is, was $87 or something close to it. You're definitely not going to be getting that. As far as the SSI, that money you will be receiving, so you can continue to pay the rent, electrical bill, and if you have extra money, that would be the money you would use to buy food. And unfortunately, this is the norm right now. This is what's going on regarding the government shutdown. Whether you want to blame the Democrats or whether you want to blame the Republicans or the president, at the end of the day, I always say that in order to make changes, we need to unite and go to our local agencies, our local government agencies, and really just let them know, that you're really going through hard times, and maybe they can guide you of where you can go to pick up food for your family. If you have kids and they're young and you don't get the WIC for whatever reason, again, make an effort, contact the agencies or whoever you can. If you don't have a computer, if you have a phone or a family member that can help out, contact any agency that can help you and guide you to make sure that you don't run out of food and you don't end up starving, and because of the government shutdown that unfortunately it's now in this 28th or 29th day right now. So again, thank you for watching. So this is a brief update of what's going on. Once again, to recap, is it going to be a retro pay, or once the government opens up again, are you going to be getting the SNAP that you were supposed to get on November 1st if the government shutdown still is happening? The answer to that is pretty much no. You would not get it. So the government keeps it. I don't know what they're going to do with it. Give it to other countries and help them out, because of the rise of China and their power, whatever the case may be. But, it's sad that these things have to happen. And I just want to share this with you guys. All right. Thank you for watching. A brief update. This is Sammy, and I am out. Peace.